being bored at work a bad thing? Not necessarily. There are actually a lot of productive things that you can do if you find yourself bored at work.
We've created 4 categories for things you can do when you're bored at work. And those are email, workspace, self-improvement, and social media.
And I'm Jack.
I'm Aaliyah.
And we are video producers here at Career Contessa.
And self-proclaimed experts at being productive when you're really bored.
That's why we created this video series, which is called This Is Still Productive, because
you can seem like you're productive, even if you're
It's
just watching
career
a
development.
bunch of videos.
Yeah.
This counts. But before we get started, make sure that you like this video and subscribe and all that gross pluggy stuff.
The YouTube thing.
Yeah,
like
we
and
drop
subscribe.
videos. We drop videos every
Weekly.
week.
All right, let's get into it, huh?
Yeah, okay, picture this. You're at your office, you're bored out of your friggin' mind because you just have no energy to start a big project, or maybe you were super productive all week and it's Friday at 2 p.m. and you have a slump.
Or maybe you just aren't invigorated by your job, but you still do good work because you need a paycheck. That might be you, one of those cases. You might have your own specific case.
Yeah, we personally cannot relate because we've never been distracted or unproductive or bored in our lives.
Never, ever.
Obviously, no one, we're perfect individuals. So,
anyways, let's get into the first section, re-email. Like a subject line.
Okay, let's just get started. Email. When you're bored, it's a good time to go through your email. One of the things we recommend you do is go through your spam or junk folder, because you could just clear it out and it'll be just a weight off your shoulders. You have a clear mind.
Another thing that you'll want to do is organize your inbox, and this is just another sort of peace of mind tool, but also it'll help you if you use it as a strategic or even a to-do list, or I don't know, it's just best to have everything concise and in a place where you can find it later if you need it. Another great thing that you can do with your email if you're trying to be productive is reach out to an old coworker, a new coworker, anybody that you'd like to catch up with or ask questions about their career, grab coffee. It can be an informational interview, or it can be something a little less formal too.
Yeah.
Workspace cleanup.
You use your computer every day, so it's really important that you have time to clean your desktop and make sure everything's backed up or the storage isn't at full capacity. So use Dropbox or the cloud and back up everything and make sure everything's organized and your desktop's not just full with a bunch of random images and files. You'll find things more easily, and your computer actually might work quicker.
Faster, which will make you more efficient, because it's productive that you're doing this.
And on that note, actually, make sure you run updates you need to, because I think we all get those alerts, then we're just remind me tonight or tomorrow, and then
Forever.
it never happens. So might as well do that now.
And once your computer is running those updates, it's effectively out of use. So it's a great time to physically clean up your space, wipe your desk, wipe your keyboard, use one of those compressed air keyboards, get all of the dust that lives on your monitors off, and just really wipe everything down.
And our last tip for your workspace is to clean out your desk and your drawers and organize any random papers you have, folders, documents, and also make a shopping list of things that you want to buy. And that's the fun part. Self-improvement. When you're bored at work, it's the perfect time for some self-improvement. You can look deep inside yourself and
Look deep.
or not so deep for some of us. We recommend finding books to read that inspire you. I don't want to brag, but I did find a book that I want to read. I have yet to read it, but it's called What She Ate, and it just goes through 8 women or something in history, and they just talk about their diets, and I think that's really interesting.
That does sound interesting.
So I found that, and when I read it, it'll be great.
And another thing that you can do if you need help researching is maybe ask a coworker who maybe reads a lot and would love nothing more than for you to borrow her books. Career Contessa has also written a lot of book roundups where we've picked out our favorites, other people's favorites, anything from money to leadership. We have a roundup of books written by women of color, so those are great places to start too.
Another easy self-improvement tip is to subscribe to some YouTube channels. Like this one, for example, you should subscribe to it.
Or you can find podcasts to listen to or audiobooks to listen to either at work or while you're commuting. We have a podcast, of course. It's called The Females. We also have, I think we all listen to podcasts. I love listening to The Daily and Oprah's Super Soul Conversations.
I love Radio Lab or How I Built This. Those are really good. We also wrote a roundup article on both those, right? On YouTube channels and
podcasts. Yeah, we have tons
podcasts.
of podcast roundups and YouTube roundups, TED Talks, all of that. Anything you want to do to stay productive.
Another thing you can do when you're bored and want to improve yourself is to write an intimidation list. And we are so honored to have the creator of the intimidation list, Jack.
Thank you for this opportunity. Basically, it's just a list where you sit down and do some self-reflection and you think about what scares you or what intimidates you, hence intimidation list. Once you have that first list, you dig a little bit deeper and you think about why that intimidates you, and then you can start working towards overcoming that fear. Social media. One of the first things you can do is go on your social media accounts and focus on following positive or uplifting accounts. Feel good when you're on Instagram. Really, truly don't feel guilty if you unfollow somebody. Like, if you see
Doesn't
posts
matter.
and it makes you feel kind of weird or insecure, like, you can work on that on your own, but also just unfollow them. Because why wouldn't you?
Don't need that,
Yeah. And the last tip we have for social media, because this is professional, is to update your LinkedIn profile and really make sure that that's looking spiffy as ever. And so to do that, we have a resource and we also have a course. But if you want to not spend money, that's fine. We just use our resource. It's free. You have a list of skills that you can add to your skills, to, like, if you're job searching or not. But we kind of run through some steps that just keep your updated.
Yeah, and it'll make sure your profile is optimized so that recruiters can find you. Okay, so if you're still here and just absolutely loving this video, we have great news for you.
Yeah, I know this is a surprise, but we do have an article on this exact topic.
God. It's called 65 Productive Things to Do When You're Bored at Work. And it's a list of 65 productive things to do when you're bored at work.
Yep, and that's linked in the description, along with that LinkedIn resource that we talked about earlier. And if you thought this video was helpful, go ahead and give us the thumbs up or the like.
As we call it, the like. And be sure to subscribe to our channel, and we release videos every week.
You don't want to miss them.